The last version of the pen tool that I want to talk about is the freeform pen tool, and that is where you can just freehand draw a path. I'm just going to go ahead and turn visibility off on this one, and this time I'm going to create, watch what happens down here when I start creating a new path. And this is where you just draw, and this is where having a Wacom tablet or some sort of other tablet comes in real handy. And I just bring it back down to here. I see the little loop at the end of the pen tool icon. That means if I release right now and very carefully and very slowly, then I will have created a closed, freeform shape. And that's the way if you just want to draw something. And again, if you've got a Wacom tablet, and I keep saying Wacom, I'm not particular to Wacom in any way. Whatever tablet works best for you, that's the right one. I don't know any other manufacturer, so if you know another manufacturer, if you have a drawing tablet from somebody else, email me, let me know what you think of them. So that's how you use the freeform pen tool. And that's another tool, quite frankly, that I never use. Why do that when you can draw a shape very precisely using the points and the handles? So yeah, so there is the basics of that. And what I want you to do is I want you to spend about an hour a day for the next week, really, because it's just something that you got to get a feel for. You got to kind of experiment with and see how it works, because there's an infinite variety, an infinite number of ways that you can make a point with handles and then a shape with handles. So there's no way to even begin to go over all of them. It's just something that you got to get a feel for. I've taught Illustrator before. That's what we did. We sat and we practiced, and everybody was frustrated at first, but I promised them, and I'll make you the same promise. You practice for 4, 5, 6 hours, and eventually you'll start getting a feel for it. Like you'll know which direction to drag the handle each time you create a point with a curve running through it. So forth like that. And that's just, that's the way I learned, and I hated it too, quite frankly. So, yeah, just, work with that pen tool, because if you're doing computer animation, you're going to wind up using it to create NURBS, which, is an advanced feature in things like Maya. If you are working in graphic design, you're definitely going to be using the pen tool a lot. In Adobe Illustrator, it works almost the same way. If you're, you'll also probably need to use it in Adobe InDesign as a graphic designer. And if you're a web designer and you need to make complex shapes, you're going to again be using the pen tool. So pretty much, this here little tool, the pen tool, is going to be used by you on at least a weekly basis, I would guess, until you retire. So you need to be an absolute expert in this pen tool, and that can't be taught. That only comes from practice. It's easy to teach someone how to make a basket in basketball. You throw the ball and you try to get it to go through the metal hoop. Now, I just taught you how to make a perfect basket, but you're not going to be able to do it until you practice, and that's why UK and other great teams, the NBA, that's why they're great. They practice, and we are professionals as well, and we have to practice. I have to practice. Everybody has to practice. So that's my speech for right now, and we'll get back more into other things next.